Hey everybody, just got a couple of jobs to do out in my garden today. I've got to do some planting of my garlic and sort out an old compost bin. So if you want to see what I'm up to today, just keep watching. I'll just move my sharp axe out of the way. And I don't know if you remember my video last year and I grew my own garlic. Well, I still have a few little small tiny ones left, and I tell you what, these, they might be small, but they're certainly full of flavour, really strong flavour. And I didn't have the heart to eat this one, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this one open and I'm going to re-sow each clove, and I should get ones this size this year. So I think it's like 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, about 10. So I should get 10 of these. And sorry about the noise, someone's sanding something back next door. And this was another one I had as well, so I broke that open. And these have been out here since November, and I just keep them out here under the patio. And so I'm going to get some good sized bulbs as well out of this lot here. And also what I've done is, oopsie, I have to say these are shop bought ones as well, so these are not any particular seed or anything. Australian white garlic, and this one I'm not sure, I think that's the same. And I've tried to keep these have been just drying on a paper towel on my kitchen window bench probably for a couple of months now, so to keep these ones dry. And I was just trying to save the biggest cloves, so I'm going to be getting ready to plant these ones in the next few days, or maybe next week, but I'll see how I go. And yeah, get that. I did the bed last week. I topped it up with some of that compost I harvested, so I just let that sit for a week. And yeah, so I'm excited to sort of especially plant this one and these big ones here, because I know I'm going to get a good size crop at the end of the year. So here, this little section here, it's not a huge section, but I think I can get quite a few garlic bulbs in here. So just as my own way of measuring how far apart to plant my garlic, I'm just going to get this big bulb. So I'm just going to make some indentations, and then I can see how many I can plant. Just leaving that little bit extra room. Just doing it this way, I can see how big this bulb is and how much room one clove would need to grow to be able to plant. So I'll just get rid of all that stuff there. So it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so about 20 plants that I could fit in this part here. So I'll just go ahead and break this homegrown clove up. It's a good size, that one. Smaller ones in the middle of it. So with the smaller ones, I'll just keep those ones aside for now. So yeah, that's a good size one, that one. Just placing them, the bottom side, this part here, just placing that in the ground, face down. So the tip of it is at the surface. So you can see here. Just take off the extra little bits of skin on it. I'll go through in a moment and just sort them out a little bit better and how deep down to grow them. I'm no expert at growing them, but hey, at least I get something growing every year. So I'm just going to go through and just stick it down a little bit, just so the tips are just below the surface. I've had luck growing garlic every year, but all depends what size cloves that you put in. Depends on the size of the bulbs that you get when they come out. But like I say, even those really small ones that I had, they grew. They might have been small, but they still was so strong in their flavour. But I certainly wasn't complaining. So I'm just going to be taking out some of these basil plants here. I've got quite a few of them growing, so probably don't need as many as I've got. I did make a really lovely basil pesto out of them, but I just want to make some more room, so make this bed here solely for my garlic, and maybe interplant with some other little small crops in between. So flat side down, pointy side up. These ones aren't as big, but I will still at least get a crop out of them. So I'll just give it a really light sprinkle of rainwater. And then also got some of my lovely micro cut shredded paper, which I'll just very light sprinkle over the top. Not too thick, you want the garlic to be able to easily come to the surface on it. And I'll just give it have a little quick drink just to dampen that down. And I'll do the same up this end here. I'll just sprinkle this around. I'll stick that one in there. Oh, there's another one. This will be really good sort of bedding material too, if you've got like guinea pigs or rabbits or something. So this compost pile that I made, I did this probably about 12 months ago, and I haven't really done anything with it. It's just been sitting here, but it's obviously didn't heat up or anything. So I'm just wondering whether I was just going to transfer it from here and maybe put it into this compost bin here, the tumbler, and then that'll just sort of free up the space. It looks a little unsightly sitting there, but I haven't really got anywhere else to put it. But, yeah, so it's pretty dry in there, so what I might just do is scoop it out and put it in the screen container. And yeah, I might just wheel it over to one of those compost bins there. I think it's probably a good idea to put some gloves on. It's a very undisturbed, very dry environment here, so I don't really want to come across any redback spiders or anything like that. So what I might just do is set up this second Dalek again. I've got one bin here, it's got stuff in it, but I might just put it all in here, then I can, once this one gets filled up, then I'll start chucking green waste and food scraps into this one. Well, I do have this one here as well, but I don't know, I haven't really, there's only a bit in there. But I think I'll just put it into the Dalek. So a lot of this material in here is old potting mix, so it probably really doesn't have any guts in it. So if I put it into the compost bin, it'll sort of add life back into it. So I might just, it's a bit hard work doing this. I might just put some of that into the active one, and I'll put the rest into this one here and mix it around. So I might just add a little bit of water to this. It's a little agrophobic, but once I start putting other stuff and materials in it, it should soak through nicely. As you can see, it's just at the moment running at the bottom. But I'll just keep wetting it up till it's just a nice moisture consistency in there. It's amazing, every time you walk outside you always see something that you have to do in the garden. So that's 2 things I had to do. Yeah, it's always good when you can tick things off your list. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and leave a comment of what you're doing in your garden this time of the year. Okay, I will catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.